Hi guys, this is David here from Forex Empire, and I'll be going over the weekly analysis um, for all the pairs. Today is November 7th, and I'm one day behind actually. I was supposed to do that yesterday on the 6th, but oh well, it's not too late. So I'm going to start off from AUD USD, and I'm gonna start and explaining a little bit. I'm not gonna take that much time. I'm just gonna try to make it into an hour or 30 minutes long. So stick with me, guys. It will be quick. Okay. So AUD basically it came off from the level, the M here, level 1, level 2, W formation, level 1, level 2, and the M formation. The M formation was quite big. We ended up trading this one, but then we realized that it's not it. So we traded this one. Now, once you draw a support line, the price broke through, made a level 1. Now it made the level 2. So you can choose to do that. You can make levels just like that. There's a support breakthrough level consolidation. That's the second level. So we were trading from here. We booked our profit there, but we could have held it, but we booked our profit there. Now we're going to be trading it again for a sell till this level. So if this is an Elliott wave, then the ABC correction should be imminent, and it should be the price should come right here, but we'll just see how that plays out. Okay, but my support gonna be this level. So if once the W is formed, I'll be booking my profit soon. Until then, I'm just gonna leave this trade to play along. Now onto the next one, Euro USD. Euro USD, it's quite big. So on a daily time frame, it's a nice W. We draw a resistance line, and basically the price broke through, creating a gap and a level 1 and a level 2, and the price pushed up, and as you can see it was an uptrend, and the M was formed here. It gave us the divergence that we were looking for, but at the same time when the trend line was broken, it gave us the second shoulder. So now it's a head and shoulder pattern. But we did trade from the top, and we booked our profit here, and I expected the price to go here, so we traded basically we traded again on this sell. So basically we're in profit on that one, and at the same time we the price, whenever it breaks the neckline, it usually go back and retest it, and on the retest I pretty much sold it again. And what we're seeing now is just a level 1 consolidation. So when the price drops, it will be making a level 2 consolidation here or here. I'm not sure where, but that's my expectation, that the price should close the gap. But we'll just see how that plays out. So on to the next one, GBP USD. All right, GBP USD on a 4-hour time frame. We're looking at this. So basically the pattern was formed for the past 3-4 months now, since the 6th. So the W was here, level 1, level 2. M formation was small, level 1, level 2 was small, and then the W was a big W, and the level 1, level 2, and a M formation with a wick. Now that's a divergence right there. So once the price was broken, the support of the M, now we look for a nice sell. We basically sold it right there, I believe, but we booked our profit right around here. Level 1 was here, but then level 2 was this, but then we expected the price to make a W, and then we closed the trade. And we started looking for a trade to go up, but then we draw a trend line, the price broke out, and it did a retest, we bought it. But then when the price started consolidation, sideways movement, now we kind of think that it's a big second level. So now we just have to basically we close the buy, and now we're looking for a sell on this trade. So now we pretty much sold it right around here. So now we just gotta wait and see how the trade plays out. The next expectation for this price is this level, this support zone, because of the nice W pattern, and we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. Now, okay, now NZD USD is right around here, and there was a nice W here. If you draw a resistance here, you can easily see that the price broke through. The price broke through, created a level 1 and the level 2 here. It was kind of messy, so you're probably not going to see it, but once you start practicing a lot, you will start to see how the MMM patterns are formed. So now this was a peak formation. It was not an M, so we just basically waited and waited and waited, and when the price started consolidating on the level 1, and since the price had broken the trend line, we draw Fibonacci level on a 61.8 there. So right around that level, we pretty much sold it, and we booked our profit right on here because we kind of knew that the price will consolidate, and doesn't look like it will go up. It just a stop on zone, and so we pretty much ended up selling right around here somewhere, and then we booked our profit. Then the price broke this level, broke the level 1 and consolidated here, but then this is considered as a level 2. You can consider this one as a stop hunt, but I just take the whole thing. Now that's a level 2. Once the price dropped, it created the first leg of a W and the second leg of a W here. Now if you look at it, it's not a clear W, but at the same time it is a clear W. At the same time, you can see there's a divergence. It's kind of validates, and it is a support line. So it was very, very a valid trade. So it can come down to make a W, but we got our stop loss in place. So we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. Now, it just right now we are currently on a buy in profit, so we just have to wait a few weeks, few months, doesn't matter. It just gotta be once the pattern and the levels are formed, we'll book our profit. On to the next one, USD CHF. All right, USD CHF, we got nothing because the price has been acting weird. There was an M here, level 1 was there, level 2 is here, but then the price has broken out, so now it's not considered as a MMM pattern anymore, but once it forms, then we'll have to look at it again. USD CAD. All right, USD CAD is not a valid trade anywhere, but at the same time, this one is a valid trade. It's a nice bearish flag. If you draw a Fibonacci extension, you can look at the price going to the 100%. So now we just have to wait and trade. And right now it's at hitting the 200 EMA, so it might be going back down again. So it's up to you if you want to trade this. But so far, I'm not trading it because there's no MMM pattern, but there's a nice M here. But if I go along with MMM pattern, it's not a valid trade, so I'm not going to be trading it, but you can trade it once the price breaks. If you insist of trading MMM, if you want to get in the trade, then you can wait for the trend line breakout and you can look for a sell. Until then, no bueno. All right, so now USD CAD and USD JPY. All right, USD JPY, basically what happened is it's been giving us a nice patterns over and over, but it was kind of messy over here. M, level 1, level 2, W, and the price broke out, level 1, level 2, M, and the price broke out, and it got messy. So once it got messy, we just didn't want to mess with it, and we left it alone. And here, level 1 was formed, level 2 was here, level 2 was kind of larger, it took 2 weeks probably. So we just let it alone, and we took a resistance here, and what we've seen is we found an M with a resistance, and we started selling this pair, I believe, I'm not sure, but then we started, yeah, I think I sold this pair and I put my stop loss right above the resistance line and I got stopped out. So no big deal. Now we found a valid divergence because nice first leg, nice second leg under the resistance zone. If you go on a daily, it's just a wick. So, and nice hammers and hanging man. So it's a nice trade. So what I'll be looking for is a sell on this trade. Since the trade hasn't broken the trend line yet, I don't care, but I'll just sell it. So I pretty much sold it like, I think right now or few hours ago. And we are currently in profit. So we just have to wait for the price to close this gap that I'm looking for. And level 1 probably here, level 2 probably here, and a nice W here. And we'll just book our profit like that. And I don't go by correlation. So you might be thinking why you're selling Euro USD, GBP USD, gold, but you're selling USD JPY. I don't go by correlation. I go by pattern. So whatever pattern is available, I'll just trade that. It doesn't matter what correlation, what is the correlation, I don't care. You go by the pattern. So wherever the pattern is formed, they will, I mean, it doesn't have to go by the USD, it can go by JPY. You know, all the JPY pairs are dropping, so there you go. There's a correlation. So now you can think about it, but I just don't think about it, correlation that much. All right, now USD JPY. All right, gold, let's go on gold and see where it's going. So gold has been giving us a nice patterns over and over. W with a divergence, level 1, level 2, a peak formation, no level, no M, no W, nothing, but it was a peak. Price broke out, gave us a nice retest on a trend line and a level 1. That was our entry on an NFP. And when the price dropped, we booked our profit right around here. And now the W was formed right under, and people got stopped out because they put a stop under the support and they got stopped out and the price pushed up. So we pretty much ended up buying here and we closed it right around here or somewhere on the resistance zone. Okay, right around here we closed it. Now we waited for the M to form. Now the M is formed and we had a sell limit, but the price never came back to hit it, but the price dropped. So now we waited for the first level to consolidate, and now we're looking for a sell, but we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. It can be going up, it can be going down, but it's just a 50-50 chance right now. It's kind of messy, it's ugly, it's not clean, but at the same time, it's just gonna be a little bit bigger drop that I expect. It can be going a lot further down to this resistance zone, but we'll just have to see. This is a level 1, level 2 here, and then the W here, probably like that on the 61, and then second level here, and then wow. But we'll just have to, if I see the second level forms here, then I'm just gonna extend my TP to here. All right, now AUD-NZD. AUD-NZD is a nice W. Level 1 is here, level 2 is here. We are waiting for the M to form, so we just gotta expect the price to go back up, break this number, and then we'll look for a sell. It needs to break this number for me to look for a sell. Okay, 1.13 is our zone for there. That's our zone. So we'll just have to wait. Okay, once it waits, we can book our profit right here, and that would be nice trade. Okay, AUD-NZD and AUD-CAD. Our AUD-CAD, we got nothing, so that's why we don't see any patterns on there. But AUD-JPY, we might, nope, we got nothing. Let's see, we got anything. So the way I trade is, once you see the chart, you should see it like clean, like a drawing, like a hidden drawing. Like you should see all the faces of a tiger that's how it's supposed to be. Like you should, like in a naked eye, you're not gonna see it, but once you start focusing it, you should see the patterns. If you don't see it, don't force it. That's how it's supposed to be. ADCHF. All right, ADCHF, nice bottom. Look, this is a support. So at the support, the W is formed. At the resistance, the M is formed. So now the W was formed, level 1 was here, level 2 is here, the M is here, but then the price has broken out of the, what do you call it? The price has broken out of the trend line, the price rejected it, and went N61.8. So we pretty much look for a sell right on here. So we just have to wait for the breakout, probably level 1 here. It might drop more than you think. So we'll just have to wait and see how that goes, like long-term wise. So it can go a further down, level 1 here, level 2 here, level 3 probably here. But if that's the scenario, we'll just have to wait and see. If not, we'll just book the profit here. Okay, CAD JPY. All right, CAD JPY. So CAD JPY is doing this. All right, now CAD is not a great pair to trade. This one is not currently a great pair to trade, but I ended up trading it. This is the peak low. So peak formation low, that's a V bottom, that's a A, that's a V, that's a V, level 1, level 2. And the M formation was there with a slightly divergence, but at the same time you draw it out, there was level 1, level 2. So we just have to wait and see how. I'm basically waiting to book the profit right on here. So when the price drops here, we'll just book a profit. It's ugly, but you can still see it, that the pattern is still there. So we'll just have to wait, okay? There, you're gonna see it now. So it's not clean, but sometimes I prefer a clean setup, but when you don't get it, it's all right. This one, if it took a loss, it's just because I'm not patient enough. You do need patience to wait for the pattern to form, okay? CAD CHF. All right, CAD CHF, same thing. W, level 1, level 2, M formation, we're just waiting for the reversal zone to break out, and we'll look for a sell. CHF JPY, there was a W, there was a head and shoulder here, but it was clean, done, and then the W was formed. Level 1, level 2 was formed, but the level 2 wasn't got respected, so now it's not a valid trade anymore. So it's just nothing right now to be traded for. So we just have to wait and see how it plays out. Euro NZD. Euro NZD is a iffy trade because of this situation where it's M, level 1, level 2, a W formation, level 1, level 2. Here it was supposed to be an M, but there's there's a second leg if you consider that, but the price has broken the structure, so it's not valid anymore. But we just have to wait for it to form a nice pattern like this, then we'll trade the opposite direction. But until then, we'll just have to leave it alone. Euro AUD. All right, we got nothing on Euro USD, Euro AUD, Euro CHF. Nothing on here. Yeah, it's a really low. Yep, we got nothing. Euro CAD. All right, Euro CAD. So pretty much we ended up trading, I believe, from here, and we booked our profit here. It was already taken profit, but right now, I don't like trading this because it just got messy. It's not clean anymore. As you can see, level 1, level 2 is here, but top fell off, but then this is the level 1 right now. Currently, I can see that. This is the level 1 right here. And then this is a level 2, but I just don't want to trade it because it's just ugly. It's not clean at all. So it's all good. Euro CAD, Euro GBP. All right, Euro GBP. Okay. All right, Euro GBP, basically we traded from the top, the M, level 1, level 2, W formation, but then the price respected this zone for a while, but then it broke out and came down, and it broke the structure of this low. So once the price has been broken low, we don't trade it, so you just leave it alone. Now, let's see if we're still in this trade. Euro GBP. Okay. Yeah, we were in deep profit on this pair, like till here, but then the price rejected it. So that's something that's the market issue, not us. We just waited for the pair, for the pattern. The low should not be broken if the valid pattern. So it can come all the way down and hit it and go back up, but it just, the thing is, what do you call it? If the pattern is not valid, it's not valid, you know? So right now the pattern is not valid, but we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out in the near future. All right. So Euro JPY. All right, Euro JPY. It's a nice peak low and level 1, level 2, a nice M, so, and a trend line breakout. So we're looking for a sell on this one. It's still an iffy trade because I don't like trading bottoms, but we'll just have to wait and see because there's a nice hanging man over here. So we can expect the price to nicely drop and give us a nice profit. So we just have to wait and see, all right? GBP CAD. All right, GBP CAD is paying out nice. It's a nice M, level 1, level 2, a nice W, level 1 was formed, and now the level 2 is formed. Now we're going to expect an M formation and the price to go back here to the resistance zone. So once that happens, we'll book a profit. Until then, we'll just watch it grow. GBP NZD. All right, GBP NZD. So on a 4-hour time scale, there, M formation, level 1, level 2, a W formation here, but then I consider this as a level 1, but if you look at it really good, it's still the same zone as a level, same zone as a W right here. See, it's in the same zone, so it needs to be outside. The level 2 needs to be outside, so it kind of didn't make sense, but now it does make sense. Level 1, level 2, and a nice M. So we sold it. We have our stop loss above here. So if it gets broken, we're not going to trade this. But if it doesn't, if it respects it and drops, it will be a nice profit. All right. GBP CHF. All right, GBP CHF is same thing, same scenario. The M wasn't respected, but there is a W here, but it's just ugly as hell. All right. I don't know what happened here. All right. there. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right, guys. This trend line to break out, and if it does break out, then there's no MMM pattern, so I wouldn't be looking to trade it at all, because there's so many pairs that you can trade. So why look at one and try to get it in the trade? Okay, here is a peak, level 1, level 2, a nice W, level 1 and level 2. So I'm expecting the price to go back here, but we'll just have to wait and see, because it's kind of ugly at the same time. It's not clean at all. GBPJPY. All right, GBPJPY has been giving us setups for quite some time. Is a peak, level 1, level 2, a W, level 1, level 2, a peak, a level 1, level 2, a peak, level 1, and a level 2, and a peak. So once the peak is formed, now you're looking for a level 1 here, and we sold it. It rejected from the 78.6, so we're gonna look for a sell again. And it's a nice engulfing candle, so it's kind of cancels all of the noise for the whole week. So we'll just have to wait for the price to drop. Until then, we'll just have to wait. NZDJPY. All right, NZDJPY. This is not a clean setup, but at the same time it is. It's a peak formation A, level 1 it was here, level 2 was here, and a W was formed in a small leg and a larger leg with a divergence. And once you look at it, it's a nice retracement of a Fibonacci extension of 100%. So it's an ABC pattern, and when the ABC pattern confirms it, it's a nice trade. So we can look for a buy on this. It's a basically a bullish flag right here. So we'll just have to wait and see how the price breaks out from this level right here. Okay, it's a nice bullish flag. So once the Elliott Fame 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it should go up. So we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. But I'm expecting a nice pull up, push up, and then a nice take profit. NZDCHF. All right, NZDCHF is a nice W, but no levels here. There was a level 1 here, but then was a peak and then dropped. Level 1, level 2, it's ugly. So no more trades on this one so far. We're just gonna leave it alone. NZD-CAD. All right, NZD-CAD peak, level 1, level 2, a nice W here, but we just have to wait for the W to break, the trend line to break out, and then we'll consider something out of it. Until then, I just don't like trading this one, because it's not a great setup. I mean, it can be, but it's not a great setup. All right, guys. So I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. So I don't know how long I took, but that's about it, guys. So until next week, I have checked everybody's homework. So everybody did a good job on the swing group. And so we just have to wait and see for the next week how these pairs play out, how we make profit or not. And remember always to risk 1% per trade. 0.01 per 1,000 is a nice number to go with. And you can risk up to 100 pips to be 1% risk per trade. So that way you're always good. Always aim for 10 to 20% ROI a month, and you should be good for the next 8 years. And if you start with a nice little amount, you can be big in the next eight years. So just focus on that. Look at the long term, not the short term. And it's just a small investment for a bigger return. All right, guys. So until then, until next week's, peace out. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.